There was a time in America when the story could have gone another way. A time after slavery, after Reconstruction, before the rise of Jim Crow, when Black and white Americans lived closer than history ever admitted. We have already told the stories of the lawmen, the Black deputies who rode the frontier, the sheriffs who enforced justice in counties that tried to deny them, the men who proved that Black authority was real, visible, and respected. But there was another story too, a story not of badges and gunsmoke, but of everyday life, of shared streets, shared work, shared victories. In 1875, the Kentucky Derby belonged to Black jockeys. 13 of the 15 riders were Black. They were the nation's first sports superstars, cheered by white crowds who knew their names. Racetracks were integrated workplaces, built on Black expertise and white trust. In cities across the South and border states, streetcars carried Black and white riders side by side. Neighborhoods mixed. Schools experimented with shared classrooms. Workers organized together, crossing color lines to demand better wages and fair treatment. For a brief moment, America showed what it could have been: a country where cooperation was possible, where progress was shared, where integration wasn't a dream. It was daily life. But that world frightened those who depended on division, and the backlash that followed would harden into the system we now call Jim Crow. This playlist tells the story of that fragile window, the years when America almost integrated, the years when Black success was undeniable, the years when interracial life worked until it was deliberately dismantled. This is the chapter between the victories and the violence, between Reconstruction and the counter-revolution, between what was and what was taken away. Before Jim Crow, the America that almost was. These stories show that progress was real and that truth still matters. We've told the stories of the lawmen and deputies who enforced justice. Now we tell how people lived together, how America almost integrated before it was torn apart. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep this channel going, and make sure these stories are never forgotten.